tonight. Phillies really need to get him going.
Well, he is the catalyst to their offense.
He slaps it the other way, backing up Duncan with room to make the. And it's official now. He underwent an MRI exam this afternoon that showed a deep contusion, bruising on his right shoulder as Victorino lines it into deep right field, and it's gone just over the wall, and a one-out homer here in the first. A line drive shot by Victorino, his 4th of the season, and his 17th RBI. That just carried out of here on a line.
Was not expected.
With the 3rd spot again, no Chase Utley. Utley was trying to get himself into the lineup, and Charlie Manuel decided that with a big series coming up, 500 for Mike Schmidt to get those 7 grand slams. And he strikes him out. Home runs. And then he accepted an assignment to Lehigh Valley, the Iron Pigs. There's a line out to Myers. That's a key out because Schumacher is coming into play tonight. 5 for 10 against him with a couple of home runs. Fields the grounder back to him off the bat. A good pitching matchup as Houston and Washington are tied at 10-10 in a delayed game in the 5th. Pujols hits it into right, and it's taken by.
But he felt relief when he realized he can move his limbs, and then he said logic kicked in. Don't move, immobilize yourself in case there's some serious damage here.
And Worth strikes out.
Stabilize the neck and actually put a neck brace on them just as a precaution.
There's a strikeout of page 2 on Miguel Cairo, the former Cardinal. He's bounced around a bit in his career. There's the curveball lifted out to left, and it drops in front of Duncan. The 2-2. And there's a strikeout. He strikes.
It's a mindset. And like you say, you're just going 100 miles an hour as a closer.
Ludwig hit by the pitch.
His Allison's brother is getting married over the weekend.
Here's Chris Duncan, and he drives one into right off the end of the bat, though. And Worth is there to make the catch, and back to first Ludwig. 13. Couple of home runs, and the 0-2 to him. Fly ball, and Worth has been busy so far, the former catcher.
The major leagues and his teammates.
And a ground ball over to get it. Cairo, and makes the play.
7 to 13 years old, and it's our 5th year. Can you believe it? 5 years we've been doing this.
And there's a little looper into center, and Rasmus won't get it. Drops in.
He decided not to manage anymore, so got to play for some really good people and play with some good people.
This is slicing off the bat of Jimmy Rollins, and that's trouble. Cut off by Duncan. Myers on his way to 3rd, and it's 2nd and 3rd, and nobody out for the Phillies.
There's 2. And then, of course, you got those big guys coming in behind them, and there's really no place to put them if those other guys are already on base. So
there's your pop-up.
This is our pop-up if it's shallow enough. Well,
that's going to drop in. Green is over along with Duncan. 2 runs will score to make it 3-0. And that'll wind up being a double, a bloop for Shane Victorino. So a double, 2 RBIs. And here's a 1-0 pitch. There's your ground ball to the right side. That's a base hit. Victorino is held up at 3rd, and that'll bring in Ryan Hop. Runners at 1st and 3rd, and a 3-1 pitch down low. So the 19th walk this season. On deck, Pedro Feliz, the 3-2. Worth into center. Rasmus makes the catch. Fires into 2nd. And that should be a double play, and it is. A run will score. Victorino tagged up, but they get the double play to make it 4-0.
Yeah, that was very fortunate there that it's off the ball like that. I've also seen it where guys will actually overlap it.
There's a liner and caught by. That's great. Belleville, Fairview Heights, Afton Athletic Association, Manchester, and that's a base hit for Tyler Green. Thinking 2 out of the box and hustling into 2nd base. He showed some speed there.
That's very good. Yeah,
Wainwright has allowed 6 hits, by the way, and that's the first Cardinal base hit. This is sack bunt leaders. Arroyo leading in that category. Ryan Howard is there. So 3-2 the count on Skip Schumacher with 1 out and a runner at 2nd. Schumacher lines it into left center field. They'll hold up the runner at 3rd, and Schumacher with that will take 2nd. They did not hit the cut.
There's your baseball fun.
And Scott, you think about the hot summers here in St. Louis and wearing down at the end of the year. He doesn't do that. It's a ground ball to Rollins to his left. Low throw picked by the first baseman Howard. And
well, you know, he shows me a susceptibility to the pitch that I threw, which was a sinker down and in. And that's about the only pitch that I see that he has possibly a hole at times. It's a difficult.
And we are back, and Miguel Cairo will lead it off for the Phillies. First pitch and a fly ball into right. Ludwig.
Games played on Cinco de Mayo, and 14 of the last 16. Now they're not going to lose this one.
A jam shot popped up and Skip Schumacher. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Brett Myers. Little chopper handled by Green.
When Gibson pitched, the bullpen had the night off.
But you never went in thinking that way, did you?
Gibby did.
Well, maybe sometimes. There's a deep fly ball into left. Out of here. Ludwig, his 7th home run. And that makes it a 4-2 game.
22nd RBI already for Ryan Ludwig. As Ludwig and Pujols have over 50 combined now.
Who flied out to right his first time up. All right, this date in baseball history was 1975, and that season was a good year for Al Rabosky. Teammate in Kansas City, Hal McRae.
Yeah, I mean, it's a win-win situation. It makes a lot of sense having that second.
Molina, left field, track, wall, gone. 4-3.
And we talked about it. Now Molina and Ludwig have hit the 9th and 10th would use against Brett Myers.
And here's an 0-1 pitch to Rasmus. Tap back to Myers. He'll step and throw. And there's 2 outs. So Ludwig picks up his 7th.
But a lot of resources today.
Liner into center. Green is 2 for 2. Good to see his bat come along
in the minor leagues, other than show that he had the defensive ability.
And there he goes. But a ground ball hit to third, handled by Pedro Feliz. Cardinals.
Well, it's one of those real important innings where you just go out there and
base hit,
bow your neck and try to make it a very efficient.
There goes Rollins. Perfectly done. Rollins on his way to third. And here come the Phillies again. 2. Sets up inside. Here's the 1-2. Got him. And just like that.
Anyway, back away. Don't give in.
So they walk Howard. Down the left field line. It's hammered, and this ball is gone. A long home run off the bat of Jason Worth, his 4th of the season, and a big blow midway in this game.
Fourth home run, 4th RBI of the game, if I can believe it. 3rd deck.
See many go up there. Pujols underhands to Wainwright for the final out on the way. That means something to him, and obviously what stands out is the effort of Rick Ankiel. By the way, our good buddy Bill Rowe.
Concrete, and so you could see some injuries result of somebody running into that portion.
There's a drive into right field off the bat of Thurston again for the 2nd consecutive night. Worth is playing in. You see that strong arm back to the infield by Jason Worth. Remember last night it was Thurston that had a reigning MVP. On a hop to second. So throwing over to first Cairo, and they had him positioned.
It sure looked like last night was his best stuff of the year.
1-1 pitch to Ludwig. Lined into left field for a base hit. Thurston being waved in. Ibanez bobbled it, and Joe will score easily. 2nd RBI tonight for Ryan Ludwig. He's up to 23.
Put pressure on the defense. Thurston was going to be sent home by Alkindo no matter what. Middle of the plate.
Duncan, right field, did not get enough. That'll hang up there for Worth, and he'll put it away.
Active mode, you can hang around a long time, especially if you play as many positions as he does.
Fly ball into center, and Colby Rasmus is there. He's got it
off to the side. That's Landon.
2-2 pitch. Ground ball. Thurston makes the play. Something that
you know, Dave Duncan is very open with those guys and said, if you see something, you know, help us out.
Here's a ground ball to second. Schumacher and Carpenter played catch yesterday at around 2 in the afternoon with Barry Weinberg, the Cardinals trainer, as Molina lines it into right field for a base hit. And that's the first time that he had thrown a baseball since he tore the left oblique. He's throwing, and that would be a huge step in the right direction.
Well, you got to take baby steps, and Kobe's hit by a pitch.
Outfield, a chance to do damage here. Nobody out. First and second to 3-2. He struck him out. He saw it.
So, but you just never know whether it's going to be a sacrifice or not.
Wainwright swinging away. Base hit into left. And the bases will be loaded now for Skip Schumacher with only 1 out.
Khalil's been out the last 5 games or 6 games, including tonight, with that tendonitis.
And Khalil hits it into right center field. Victorino on the move. On the move and makes the catch on the track. 2 runners tag up. And Rasmus stops at third. Molina scores, and Khalil Green gave it a ride. That makes it
8.
There's a broken bat. It's popped up. Air is calling for it. He's got it.
The bat hit Wainwright in the leg.
In the 4th. And for Kyle, he had not allowed a home run for a pitcher to tuck that front arm and get the pitching arm through when you tuck the front shoulder and the front arm, and he thought that may have been something that contributed to it. Lavagna here, and then Ryan Howard on deck, and Chase Utley is on that bench. And now
he's got enough of a job thinking about the hitter at the plate.
The 1-1 to Howard, rips it into right center field, picks up the RBI, and it's first and third, still 1 out. And now 8-5. Ryan Howard continues to kill the Cardinals.
And in this ballpark, sometimes that retards your growth. He was a very good utility man.
And Worth is hit by the pitch. Phillies is the 8th full-time third baseman since Mike Schmidt retired. There's a ground ball that slowly hit. Pujols will have to go to Perez at first. Safe. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Double play ball. Out there. Out at first. The Portland Beavers and the major leagues. And Pujols strikes out. He's hitless in the
player of the week late in April. He was the player of the month.
Ludwig, a line shot to third. Feliz there. Here's a 3-0 pitch. I'm not sure we've really seen, and if the Phillies are the best we've seen, I'm not sure we've seen.
Association. Players would have to accept that. Usually they don't.
A couple options for Tony La Russa and the Cardinals would be to play a doubleheader with Washington. Here it comes, the next 2. Rasmus lines it into right field. Into the corner it goes. Duncan will score. Molina held up at third. And the tying run comes to the plate. Rasmus is hitting above 400 now with runners in scoring position.
It's his 6th RBI.
And a runner at third. First pitch, a high fly ball into right. Worth is over to make the catch. And we played 7 here at
consistency in the strike zone.
Line drive, base hit. And Ruiz Catcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. It really is one of the great stories in baseball. That's bunted to Perez. He'll go to second out there, and they'll get the lead man. And for the Phillies, their leadoff man. And he smokes one. Right center. Ludwig over and makes the catch. Bartlett is back to first. To Ibanez. Struck him out.
To boot. And line drive out there, but it's caught by Ibanez.
Mets over Atlanta 4-3. Milwaukee beat Pittsburgh 8-5. Green hits another fly ball to right. Detroit pounded Minnesota 9-0. Cincinnati blanked. Play quiet right now.
Just saw with Pittsburgh coming in tomorrow that Matt Capps has a sprained elbow.
Thurston into right. Boy, Worth has been.
But they sure like him as a long man.
0-1 pitch. There's a fly ball down the left field line. That's trouble. One hops over the wall, and it's a ground rule double for Ibanez. And he'll get a test here with season before he finally blew a save earlier this year against San Diego. Gets Howard to reach here. Pujols to Thompson. Runner advances to third, especially when he was with the Dodgers. Could he stay healthy? Dealt with a wrist problem for a number of years. Slowly hit. Thompson to the plate. Throws a strike, and they got him.
Nice play by Brad Thompson, bouncing off, firing the strike.
But Lidge regrouped. Give him credit. Rediscovered his slider and his confidence. And obviously was terrific last year. Tough play here. Who wants it? Sliding, and it drops in. That'll be a double for Phillies, and Worth scores all the way from first. It's a big run now because it makes it a 10-6 Phillies lead. Liner that's caught by Thurston. Cool. 1-0 pitch. Pujols unloads. How far? Wow.
Maybe that's the start of the comeback.
30 RBIs for Pujols in his 10th home run.
Yeah, isn't that something? You know, a non-safe situation for Lidge. A little bit of the.
I'm just watching his finish. He doesn't seem to be driving as hard as we normally see him. One-two pitch to Duncan. Struck him out. Cardinals down.
Winning streak will be stopped. Go back to last season. 9-game hitting streak.
Molina to right, and that does it. The Phillies win it.